And so he had us down there. He was talking, telling this story. Felt like it took 3-4 days for him to get that story out. And so I was already tired by the end of practice, because I'm thinking like practice gonna be over with. You know, I done gave him my all. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm thinking that's what you're supposed to do, give you all. And you got all these dudes on the sideline that just been watching us the whole time out there practicing. So the coach stayed talking. I don't know what he was talking about. I was so tired, I wasn't listening. And so my right leg started shaking. You know, I don't know if y'all ever been so tired that you know, your arm and your legs start shaking and you can't stop it from shaking. And one of the other coaches saw me. And so he was like, hold up. He started blowing the whistle. Hold up. He was like, what's wrong with this dude right here? And so the coach called this dude up. Like I said, he came up, had drool coming out of his mouth. I don't even, like he had just woke up or something. He just taking a nap. I'm over there shaking, already tired. So I get down. And I can see the dude, you know, the drooling out the mouth dude, look up in the stands at his dad. And I can hear his dad say it just like he was just standing right there. Don't get him, boy. He said something like that. I can't remember exactly what he said, but he was like, you got this, or something like that, like pumping him up, you know. And so I looked up. I'm like, all right, there go his dad. Let me look up where my daddy is. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? My daddy wasn't there. For real. Going on, I.A.G Farm family? It's I.A.G Farm. It's all about God. As y'all see, we're getting back started on this shower tile project, and I only have one wall left. I actually, because on the last video, I showed y'all me doing that biggest back wall, and off camera I did a small wall, and I saved this wall that we're on now, where I just took the faucet off it. I saved that for last because I had to turn the water off. As y'all saw here, I probably couldn't see what I was doing because the grass is so tall. And don't worry, I'm gonna cut it pretty soon. But I've been kind of putting it off, is why I'm trying to get this project done, because once I get this tile laid, get the faucet put back in place and get the water turned back on, I'm gonna take a couple days, cut all the grass, weed it and everything. And y'all can see I've started playing around with some weed killer. I put some weed killer there on the parking pad there, and I also put some weed killer here around the skirting of Emma so that I won't have to weed eat so much. And I'll probably go on down the driveway and start doing weed killer herbicide on the whole driveway. We were trying to avoid putting herbicide on the farm because you know, once you put that stuff there, it just sinks down into the soil and it's there. And we're trying to go all natural with things. And we tried the vinegar, the 30% vinegar and the salt mixture and all that type of stuff, and it just didn't keep the grass killed long enough. We have too much. Like I said, if we were just spraying around just Emma, I probably could do it, because you really have to respray it every 2 weeks or so, because the new grass, once it rains, starts to come up. But we have too much. Like I said, we have too many power poles and things that we need to spray around to be doing that every 2 weeks, because it literally, anything you do as far as yard maintenance on when you have land, it takes a whole day. So if you plan on spraying all the areas that you have to weed eat, or spraying some of the areas so you won't have to weed eat as much, you might as well set aside a whole day. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing, but you know, it's challenging as well. But I love it. I love it. Like I said, I don't get too stirred up about the grass being a little bit long. That's why I have this thing over here. I have a secret weapon that eliminates tall grass. It's the best weed killer around. Let me show you. A bad boy tractor with a bad boy bush hog on the back, heavy duty. And it can take some stuff out. It can take out grass all the way up to small trees. So I'm not concerned. But I'm gonna get in here in the camper. The camper is pretty much our storage shed for now. Like I said, eventually I'm gonna finish out the renovations on the camper, and either I'm gonna sell it or we're gonna use it to travel. But I think we've kind of outgrown it. We were good when we had 3 kids. We were kind of outgrowing it at that point. But you know, when we camp, we're kind of off-grid camping, and we spend most of our time outside. We just come in the camper just to sleep and take showers and things like that. But we had already kind of outgrown it already with our 3 kids. But then once we had Benjamin, it's kind of locked in now to the point to where we've outgrown it. I love this camper because it's small and you can pull it just with a small vehicle. But you know, we have the 7.3 liter diesel excursion back here, 4-wheel drive, so it can pull a big travel trailer. So if we decide to travel later on down the line with a camper, we'll probably just get a bigger camper, sell this one. Like I said, I plan to do a whole complete renovation, because we've pretty much gotten about 50% done on renovating the camper. Like I said, because it was rotten when we first got it. We didn't pay but $200 for it, and we lived in this camper for 9 months when we first moved down to the property. You know, y'all know about those videos, but if not, you can go back and find those videos. I don't know if I have a playlist set up or not, but you should be able to just scroll back down and find those videos when we first moved from the city down to the farm, and we lived off grid in the camper for about 9 months. And then we built the barn around the camper, and we put a wood stove in the barn, and we were actually living in the barn, and we connected the camper to the barn so that over winter the wood stove would actually heat the barn, and then once the barn would get heated, it would actually heat the inside of the camper. It was an amazing setup. Some of the best times of our lives, like memories that, you know, will never go away. And I love that we have it on video as well. But I'm gonna get some more of that red guard. As you can see around the faucet, I had red guarded around that faucet. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the red guard moisture seal around that faucet like we did the rest of the shower. And I guess once that dries, we'll be ready to lay some towel, get that towel in place, and then get the faucet locked in back on top of the towel, and then I can turn the water back on so everybody can have water around here, because everybody's looking at me crazy right now when it's time to wash their hands or do dishes or use the bathroom because there's no water. So let me get out the camera. Let me quit talking, because I'm gonna keep the camera rolling. I'm gonna bring y'all along, and let me get this red guard, go ahead and seal around this faucet just in case it leaks or anything. It won't get behind the wall, and then we can start laying some tile. So y'all just stay tuned for this journey. It's I.A.G Farms. It's all about God. Let's see what we can get into today.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know, if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high, even if the sky is falling down. Jumping from cliffs so high, trusting our wings to fly. Sometimes we're crashing down, but we get up and start from the ground. And I really wanna know, if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high, even if the sky is falling down. Even if the sky is falling down. Sky is falling down.
Alright, y'all, I've been working on getting these holes cut out on this piece of tile here for the faucet. And I think I got it good, and I got it mortared to the wall. And I'm just letting that dry. And it should be pretty dry by now. I took a little lunch break, because I was pretty tired. It was pretty hot outside. Trying to go out there and cut the tile and everything. But I got those holes cut in there. And I think it's dry enough for me to go ahead and hook this faucet back up. Because I want to hook this faucet back up and go ahead and turn the water back on. And then go ahead and start laying the rest of the tile. And my goal is to get all of this tile on this part of the shower walls done. And then I'll have tile all the way around the whole shower. And then I can probably, maybe tomorrow or the next day, work on getting everything grouted in. So yeah, that's what I'm working on now. And I'm gonna go ahead and try to get this this faucet put back on without popping this piece of towel off because it's still a little bit wet, and but it should be dry enough if I'm real delicate with it. So let's see if we can get these pipes hooked back up so we can get this water turned back on so everybody can use water and do everything they need to do.
in the sky sings me a song. Here I'll stay till dawn. Indiana Rose, I couldn't see you on my way back home. There's beauty where you are. I wish I wouldn't have to go that far to see where you thrive. Hear your song in the sky. Lost in the sight of you alone. Here I'll stay till dawn.
Okay, Tim has decided to pull an all-nighter. We'll see. Okay, so it's 8:30 p.m. right now. And Benjamin and I are on camera duty. And Tim is just going to go in and go as hard as he can in order to finish up the tile in the boys' bathroom today. He's already gotten the water back on and gotten the tile fixed around the faucet. So I'm just going to turn y'all around and give you an update and show you his progress so far. And I'm just going to pick you up throughout the night. And we'll see how long it's going to take to get this project done. Alright, so far, Tim has gotten the tile fixed around the faucet, and really that's what's taking him so long. I'll go around the other side and show you why, but underneath that tile is where we have our new faucet installed, and you see he has the hardy board and then the tile on this side. So let me just take you around to the other side. So in the homeschool room is where the other side of all the pipes are for the tub and the shower. And so the hardy board and the tile added almost an inch to this whole piping system where the pipes to connect the faucet were stubbed out. So he couldn't get the connection as tight as he wanted to. So he was going to look for something other than these little black notches here. As you can see here, these little black notches to provide more space for him to screw them on. He went to Home Depot, tried to find something, couldn't find anything. And so basically what he had to do, actually he was praying about it, he was trying to figure it out, couldn't figure it out. And this brilliant idea came to him, Holy Spirit. So basically what Jesus helped him figure out was just to flip them around. So now they are backwards. So before they were when they were the other way, they were flipped around, it didn't give him the amount of space that he needed to screw them all the way in tightly. So what he did was he flipped them around, and that gave him just the extra space that he needed to really make sure that they were screwed in. So that was a huge hurdle. He turned the water back on, and there are no leaks. So that was a huge accomplishment in the right direction, because we gotten shut off valves just in case he wasn't able to get this system tight enough again. But as you can see, there's not a lot of space here in the small hole that he's cut in order to put shut off valves. So he would have had to cut into the wall more, and that would have just been a big miss. So I'm so glad that he figured out he could just turn these around. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Holy Spirit. And then he got them screwed on tightly. He turned on the water, and there are no leaks. So now all he has to do is lay the tile. So let me go back in the bathroom and show you kind of what he has left to do. So it should be pretty simple from here on out. He just has to complete this wall of tile, and it'll be very similar to this wall that he's done over here. So he's using one big tile and then a smaller piece that he's cutting. So I expect it to go fairly quickly from here, now that he's gotten everything figured out with the faucet. And here he comes now with some other big blocks of tile to put up. So he's got the mortar laid and in place. And now he's just going to work on doing these lines of tile and putting them up. So I'll just record his progress and pick y'all up probably about in another hour and see how far along we are into the project.
Hey, darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey, darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city, let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday, baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey, come on now and take my hand. Hey, darling, I love it when it's me and you, on the road with a couple of tunes in a car for two. Hey, darling, you know we're gonna have a really good time, driving in the middle of the night when the stars are bright. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city, let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday, baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey, come on now and take my hand. Get out, we can leave this city, let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday, baby, don't you understand that we only get one life? I wanna make it count, honey, come on now and take my hand. Yeah, we only get one life, I wanna make it count, honey, come on now and take my hand.
Everyone, I will update them in an hour, but it's only been about 30 minutes, and you got half the wall of tile up. So you have these 2 rows up, and then now you only have 2 more rows to go. That's awesome.
Like my granddad told me, don't count the chickens before they
Oh,
hatch.
of course not. I'm just counting the chickens that have hatched.
Oh, yeah.
The 2 rows you've done.
You say that then the 2
They'll
rows
fall
fall
off.
off the wall. Yeah, like you've been married to me for a while. Like you finishing my sentences.
Nah.
A woman ain't got no business.
Finish the man's sentence.
Let the man talk for himself.
I might not let you get another sentence out the rest of this video without finishing it for you.
I don't mind. I don't want to do no talking over.
Now, the more time you get up, the more I like it. I really do. I'm pleased with our choice. You're like, I can't even see it. I'm just trying to get it on the wall so I can move to the next step. At least you got us water, so I'm excited about that. That was your number 1 goal for today.
There you go, finish my sentences again.
You're not supposed to be talking anyway. You're supposed to be working.
Yeah.
Let me do the talking. No, we're just teasing. Y'all know I would go back and forth.
Listen, you gotta explain that.
I do have to explain. I have to explain.
Don't make me say it. Ain't
And now
nobody.
you're just gonna say
Hold
I'm baiting him.
Finish this sentence. Ain't nobody.
Ain't nobody do like Jesus.
Ain't nobody thinking about these subscribers.
I tried to save it, y'all. I tried not to take it there.
Subscribers are like me sitting around the living room with my sisters. It's gonna be an argument. It's gonna happen before you know it's over. It's like guaranteed.
No.
Somebody gonna jump in there.
That's not true. He's just kicking up dust, y'all.
Oh yeah, I love them, and I think I was gonna say I know. I couldn't even say it. I think they love me too.
You might want to stick with that. More mud. Let me get out of your way. Yeah, so I was gonna say everybody under the age of 8, because now Benjamin has been put down, not for the night, but he naps and then he wakes up to eat. But all the kids are in bed and we're basically bumping around in the bathroom, busting against all their walls, but somehow they're still asleep. So
they're not asleep. Turn the camera in there.
Let me see.
I can guarantee you, Tim. You see Tim Jr.'s
Tim
eyes
Jr.
like a raccoon in the middle of the night trying to cross the road.
Tim Jr. is not asleep, but everybody else is asleep.
Turn the camera around.
Okay, we're gonna see. We're gonna see who's right about this. Oh, I already see Tim moving. All right, Titus, you asleep? You asleep, Titus? Yep, knocked out. Let's see. Is Noah asleep? Yep, knocked out. Clearly, Tim Jr. is not asleep. He's up there laughing. You asleep? Not clearly, Tim Jr. is not asleep. He's under his Spider-Man covers laughing. What did you say? What's going on? Whatever, you're not asleep. Alright, y'all, let's check on Benjamin. See if he's asleep. And Benjamin is napping. He's asleep for now. I'm checking on him every now and again. But yeah, so everybody was asleep except, who do you think?
Your twin.
Tim Jr. He was laughing by the time I got to him. He was trying to hide under his Spider-Man covers and laughing. But yeah. Yes, little gnats and mosquitoes everywhere. You can see them.
Close that front door.
Okay. Yeah, you can see them when you had a light shining. Okay, good. You got that out of the way. Last 2 rows.
Right leg starting to shake like it was at that football practice that day.
Yeah, so he has a story about he was at football practice, and you know they make him do all these different drills and runs. It was towards the end of practice, and you know they're supposed to hold their position, you know, for false starts or whatever. They're practicing staying in their position so they won't false start. So they're holding the position. Everybody's doing this drill or whatever, and his legs started to shake.
I was so tired. It's like, you know, I was a starter at the time until this dude who was over there drooling out the mouth took my spot. And the story is that I was practicing all day, giving my all. I didn't know I was going to be challenged at the end of practice. But the coach had this thing where he would make us either get in a push-up position and he'll start talking and telling the story. And I was on the offensive line, offensive and the defensive line, and I played tight end. And he had us down, you know, in our 3-point stance, like with a hand on the ground, you know, before the quarterback says hut. And he did that because, you know, when the quarterback is calling out all the cadences, like, blue, 4, 2, height, you know, all that type of stuff. And he's trying to fake the other team out. Like, the line has to be, like, completely still so you don't false start. And so he had us down there. He was talking, telling this story. It felt like it took 3-4 days for him to get that story out. And so I was already tired by the end of practice because I'm thinking like practice going to be over with. You know, I done gave my all. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm thinking that's what you're supposed to do, give your all. And you got all these dudes on the sideline that just been watching us the whole time out there practicing. So the coach stayed talking. I don't know what he was talking about. I was so tired I wasn't listening. And so my right leg started shaking. You know, I don't know if y'all ever been so tired that your arm and your legs start shaking and you can't stop it from shaking. And one of the other coaches saw me. And so he was like, hold up. He started blowing the whistle. Hold up. He was like, what's wrong with this dude right here? You know, and the coach knew the guy's daddy that he had come up and challenge me because the coach pulled somebody out off the bench who had just been sitting there all day. And we went heads up like he challenged me, you know, to take my spot. Like whoever wins, you know, we just go full force, man on man, pushing each other. Whoever, you know, push each other back wins. And so the coach called this dude up. Like I said, he came up, had drool coming out of his mouth. I don't even, like he had just woke up or something. He'd been taking a nap. I'm over there shaking, already tired. So I get down. And I can see the dude, you know, the drooling out the mouth dude, look up in the stands at his dad. And I can hear his dad say it just like he was just standing right there. Go on, get him, boy. He said something like that. I can't remember exactly what he said, but he was like, you got this or something like that, like pumping him up, you know. And so I looked up. I'm like, all right, there go his daddy. Let me look up where my daddy is. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? My daddy wasn't there. For real. So you got this dude here drooling out the mouth. He fresh, haven't been doing no practicing the whole time. And I'm over there, ain't got his daddy there hyping him up. My daddy not there. I'm tired, and I ain't got no drool. I ain't got enough energy to drool out the mouth. So he got me beat in all 3 areas. And so the coach, you know, blew the whistle. And the dude pushed me, and I fell over. And so he lined us up again. And I'm still shaking. My leg's still shaking because I'm like super tired. I'm thinking we finna get ready to go home. And so he pushed me over again. 3rd time, I said, all right, I'm going to give him my all this time. Gave him my all. And it's like we tussled for a little minute. But it's like he didn't push me down that time. But I went backwards. I couldn't stop myself from going backwards because I didn't have any power in my legs. And, you know, because they had us surrounded with the whole football team. And so he pushed me into the, you know, other players. And they kind of pushed me back, you know, back in the middle. And dude ended up taking my starting spot. And it's like, why are we telling the story again?
What's your leg was shaking.
Oh, yeah, that's right. My leg shaking. See, yeah, so I got tired again. I can't think.
It's like, what's the moral of this story?
Listen, I can tell a story on cue. Now I don't know why I'm telling the story.
What is the moral of this story?
It's like, now why am I telling the story?
Exactly.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, my leg was shaking.
And it's shaking now. Yeah.
Don't worry, you're not going to get in the bullpen today.
I might. Might have to wrestle you.
No. So silly.
But for real, I'm dehydrated. I kind of feel that same way. weak, dehydrated,
thirsty.
Yep.
Hungry, hadn't eaten anything.
Yeah, I'm not really hungry.
That's
I'm
what
just tired and thirsty.
because you don't feel it yet, but you are. Your adrenaline hadn't gone down enough for you to be hungry.
Somebody probably in the comments fussing. Don't lay that towel. You got one more row.
Yep. Pretty much.
I'm doing all the work. And they sitting at home fussing.
Well, you know that's how it is. You watching a football game, what are you doing?
Why they didn't catch that ball?
Exactly.
It's like, this is, who's a good wide receiver? This is, Terrell Owens or somebody. It's like, you think you can do better than Terrell Owens?
You're like, man, you should have caught that. It's like, you sitting on the couch.
It's like, it's Tom Brady, the greatest quarterback ever. He missed a pass. I would have made that pass, Ain't never played football.
But that's how we do. You can sit at home
I
on the couch.
be right along with
right, fussing.
Yeah.
You eating potato chips. Fussing at the people. But yeah, so that's what you do when you watch TV.
Yeah, fuss. I would have laid that towel better than that. I wouldn't have been doing no talking about me.
But that's how you do with your heroes. You expect them to be perfect. So you watch them on TV and you're like, you should have done that better.
I can only imagine husbands and wives sitting around watching our videos. And the wife sitting there being like, now you wouldn't let me lift that 50-pound bag of feed, would it? and the husband was half asleep. I don't know what she talking about. He's just like, oh yeah, yep, I wouldn't let you do that. And then the wife get in the comments and say, yeah, my husband wouldn't let me do that. He just told me. He's sitting right here next to me. The husband like, I don't know what this lady talking about.
It's so silly.
I was asleep. And she started talking all of a sudden. That's the number one rule of being married. If your wife says something, you don't know what she's talking about, just agree with her. Don't say, what did you say? Just say, yep, that's right. And she'll just keep talking. I'm telling you, they just sometimes they just want to talk. And they just want you to listen. They don't want any advice. They don't want any insight.
Now, come on, you're preaching now.
Yep.
That's right. They don't want you to fix it. They don't want you to say, well, why don't you do this? Or you could have done this differently. No, just listen to what they're saying.
Right.
And, pat them on the back, pat them on the shoulder, give them a kiss, and say, yeah, you're right. And that's it. That's all they want.
See, folks think I don't know nothing about marriage. He's just young. He got a lot to learn. I've been married 10 years. That's crazy, lady.
So funny. Yeah, I've been married 10 years too, and I still got a lot to learn.
It's like a crazy man.
I didn't say that.
He said he worked hard though.
But you filled in my sentence for me. Yay! Listen, you don't celebrate if you don't want to, but I will. I'm just as ready for this project to be done as you are. Because, Tim works very hard and does the projects and, he's like doing the labor. But when we do a project, we literally do it as a family, even though it might be one person doing the work. Like, we're all kind of in it together. Even the boys, they're here to grab a tool or do this and that, or they go without water or, whatever it is. So even though we might not be doing it, we're anticipating it. We're looking at each step and we're excited about it. And Noah was looking at his door and he was like, oh, Dad's got to put the strip right here. He knows exactly what needs to be done to complete the bathroom. And so it's we're just as invested in it, as he is. So it's kind of he's not just doing the project, by himself. So we're excited for every single step, and the boys cannot wait to take the shower for the first time in their own bathroom. Alright, y'all, we are on the last row of tile, and I'll just pick y'all back up when we are finishing up, and I'm just so excited to be almost there. Almost done with the project.
color dreams, I see a dark green line.
We're almost done, buddy.
I still remember every sleepless night.
Nope.
But in your arms I sleep like a baby, come hold me tight. I would give anything to hold you now. In color dreams I see a dark green line. I still remember every sleepless night. But in your arms I sleep like a baby, come hold me tight. Lost in each other's eyes, down by the riverside. Lured me warm and soft between sheets. Morning lights breaking.
All right.
Got it done. Tim has officially laid the last piece of tile, and we are done with the tiling. So all we have to do is grout it. But before I show you around the tiled shower, let's see what time it is. So it is just after 10 o'clock at 10:08, and we started at 8:30 p.m. and so at 8:30, so that was literally only 2 hours ago, and in 2 hours he was able to complete this wall and fully complete all the tiling for the bathroom. So that's a lot faster than I anticipated. Fortunately, thank you Jesus, the all-nighter turned into a not so all-nighter, but he was still out there in the middle of the night cutting tile and doing what needed to be done to finish up the project. So here is the finished project of the tile. We had this towel over the fixture just to protect the faucet while he was grouting, and everything looks great. I'm super happy with it, and I just can't wait to see it once it's grouted, because I know that once he puts the grout in, it's really going to take it to that next level. But it looks good. At this point, everyone's asleep, including Tim. I think he's passed out somewhere back there. I'm just kidding, y'all. He's just resting, and I'm just going to be the one to close out this video and call it right here to give him a break and for me to celebrate this beautiful bathroom. I know the boys are going to be excited to see it in the morning, and I will too, because it's late and I don't think I'm fully able to take it in. So in the morning, me and Tim will probably have a cup of coffee and look at our finished bathroom. But I think it's so great. The tile is great, and I can't wait till the next step of the grouting, and then we'll be able to put up the shower rod and shower curtain and do all the little fixtures, and we'll be showering in here before you know it. So we're going to call it right here for today. It's I.A.G Farms. It's all about God, and I will see you on the next one.